When we begin the day with God, His grace sustains us and His peace leads us. Welcome to By His Grace, the adult morning devotional with Matthew Jimenez from New Jersey on Radio Centinelas de Cristo.
Today, February 10th, the title of our devotion is Serve Others Selflessly. If I then, your Lord and Teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. John chapter 13, verse 14. If you had to give some advice before dying, what would it be? What would you consider most pertinent to say? What would you want your loved one to retain as most important? The answers could be diverse. However, I believe most people would be concerned about leaving what would be most useful to their friends and relatives, according to their criteria. Jesus was about to leave. He knew quite well that what was about to happen. So he made all the necessary arrangements for his last supper with his disciples. He had so much to tell them before he died. But how could he? The disciples didn't even understand completely the significance of his death. As a matter of fact, many of them were vying for a cabinet position in his supposed earthly kingdom. How could he explain to them that his kingdom was nothing like what they thought? As a father who is about to go to his rest, Jesus analyzed every detail of what he wanted to do during his last hours with his disciples. To the disciples' surprise, Jesus took a towel, wrapped it around his waist, and poured some water in a basin and started to wash their feet. Every single one of them, in complete shock, watched as their master knelt to accomplish his task. Why was he doing this? Didn't he realize that this duty was left to the servants? He was the master. They could not allow this. The most important lesson Jesus wanted to leave engraved in their minds was that of service and humility. They had all been taught the opposite. Tradition told them that those of the higher rank should be served. The scribes, Pharisees, and the elders were revered as great and important. Never would you see a priest, a Pharisee, or a scribe humble himself by washing the feet of a common man. Those who were seen prestigious had to occupy the first place and receive the honor they deserved. It didn't matter who came after, they had to be first, and that was the norm. Jesus lovingly looked at his disciples and told them that they should wash each other's feet. This was the most important teaching. This was the philosophy of his kingdom, which is in radical contrast to that of man. God served others, became human, humbled himself, became a servant, and obedient to death. Service is the foundation of Jesus' kingdom, a selfless love that defies both our imagination and logic. In Jesus' kingdom, there is no room for pride or arrogance, because it is designed for those who love and serve. Would you like to be part of this kingdom, which is available to you by His grace?
As we close this moment together, remember that God's grace goes with you. Trust Him, rest in His promises, and live out your faith today.